welcome you in to the Small Wall Podcast alongside Christian S., Trevor Mickelin. I'm Scott Ayers. We have producer Andy behind the scenes, jam-packed episode, new segments, talking ball. We've got a Bachelor expert in the house. Mamma mia. But first, I figured it's really quickly.
Yeah.
We should recap because we came out with a reel last week.
Yeah.
Talking about who we let our daughters date.
Yes.
We got some good responses.
We did. There were a lot of good names thrown out by fans. Hey, I think I would love for my daughter to date this person, that person.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was fun. I would probably add Jonte Porter. Is that how you say his name? Jonte?
Yeah.
Jonte. I'd add him because he shows I'm going to do anything to make sure my family has some extra money.
Yeah.
Just got in trouble in the NBA for gambling, but guess what? It's to help my... Allegedly. Good point. Allegedly. This is an alleged podcast.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a double. Let's move on.
We get what you're saying.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. But he would do whatever it takes to get that bag for my daughter.
Yeah, no, that's very thoughtful of him to, take his hard-earned money and try to gamble it to make that hard-earned money more hard-earned money. So it's not a terrible idea.
Andy? Oh, Andy's in the lab.
Yeah, I think I respect his willingness to risk it for the reward. He understands that the reward is literally to the ceiling. Like, it goes forever.
Yeah.
The ceiling is the roof.
Yeah, as much as you put in, that's what you're going to get back. So he understands that, and he's willing to risk it all.
I will say...
the positive spin, I'm not getting behind.
The risk reward is all time because the risk is so high.
Yeah.
And the reward really isn't that high. Like, we don't even know if he was winning. Like, for all we know, he was also
They did not say
money.
They did not say if he was winning or losing.
There's a video going around on Twitter where he throws up this three from the top of the key, and it clanks off the backboard, goes up on the rim, and eventually falls. And they show his face, and it's like he was not trying to make that, and he looks so nervous. You know how you swallow when you're nervous? You're like, you swallow like that.
Trev.
Swallow. Yeah, I can do that on command.
That was sick.
Speaking of last episode, I do want to call out something.
Yeah.
That we've talked about on this podcast before.
Let's do it.
Hey, T's and P's to Kate Middleton.
Oh.
We thought she was missing. Turns out she just has cancer. So, hey, thoughts and prayers to the royal family. But it made me think of something. Scott and I sit next to each other and work, right?
Every day.
And Scott, I have to ask you, are you okay? Because we'll be working, right? You'll be doing emails, and then you just start grunting. You just start going like you're passing kidney stones.
Yeah,
or
I give
something.
out loud sighs.
Yeah, so I just as a bro, I want to check in with you. Are you doing okay?
No, I'm not. And they announced the Kate Middleton news midway through. I think it was this round of 64, round of 32 game. And I just have to say, obviously for Kate, it's really, really sad. That's news that should be on, British TV. All right. I want to be able to watch St. Peter's and Kentucky go head to head without an interruption about a royal family that, quite frankly, do you have a connection to the royal family?
No, it's not my
Trevor,
royal
do you
family.
have a connection to the royal family?
No.
No, but do you have a connection to how your bracket's doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all do. So it just, I don't know. Maybe show that. Trevor doesn't like this.
No, I don't dislike. I just saw rumors that even the cancer stuff's a lie. The video that was put out.
No. This interrupted college basketball.
It interrupted college
on
ball.
CBS, and it was a news report, and it was Kate Middleton, Duchess of Wales, announcing that she has cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, man. Here's the rumors. You see the ring on her finger.
Yes.
Okay. Camera will not be able to see that.
No.
You
but
press
we'll
play,
edit it
watch
in.
the ring disappear. The ring disappears off of her hand, then comes back.
Okay, I saw that. Whoa, ring was off.
She
Well,
she could have cancer and be a magician. Like that's not magicians aren't just like not gonna get cancer.
Yeah, listen, man. I'm sure she does. I just don't really have a ton to add to it. I did not know who Kate Middleton was before the whole thing.
Did you know who the Drake Bulldogs were before this?
Yes,
Case closed.
of course. Good point.
Shouldn't have interrupted our basketball.
So yeah, all of our listeners, make sure to get screened. Go to your yearly checkups.
Yeah,
Check in with your bros and check in with your.
You guys want to?
your woadies.
You guys want to talk about P Diddy?
What's going on with P. Diddy?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah. Yeah.
he
You
change
guys,
his name
you guys
again?
know what's going on with Diddy?
No.
I did see someone was lip syncing P. Diddy, and all the comments like, "Why you shouldn't be doing this with P. Diddy?" But I didn't have the will to look up what's going on with him.
Yeah, and just on your private time, just look it up yourself.
Wait, is it bad?
If you're curious.
Andy, is it really bad?
Yeah, Andy will tell
it's
us.
it's really bad. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, probably like 9.
What?
Like
Yeah.
R. Kelly bad.
Well, he's being investigated by Homeland Security.
What?
Yeah, in both homes, L.A. and Miami. So it's like up there pretty bad. Like
That sounds intense. What does Homeland Security do for all of our listeners?
they investigate crimes that have to do with the national security of the United States.
Oh.
That's pretty. And P. Diddy's the one being investigated.
Yeah.
Is he leaking U.S. secrets?
P. Diddy.
Dude is going crazy.
That's the last guy I trust.
Jonte Porter, P Diddy of the NBA.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, I actually don't want to say
that's
that.
so-
No.
This is so insane.
I don't know
No.
what it is, so
No.
I can't.
I was trying to tie that to the NBA somehow.
Trev just went crazy right now.
Yeah, no.
So it's really bad. But we're not going to spoil it on air.
Allegedly.
It's allegedly bad. Christian, you don't know what it is.
I have no idea what it is.
No.
Yep.
All I know is that
Wow, this is electric.
isn't his what's his song? I'm coming home.
That's all.
Is that not P Diddy?
I think where I belong.
Yeah.
I never felt so strong. And yeah.
I remember coming back freshman year of college, coming home for summer break. First song I play when I get on the airplane.
Coming
I'm
home.
Coming home.
Yeah.
If you build it, they will come.
Yes.
Oh, good. It's such a great song when you're like coming home on a plane.
Yeah.
Oh, hits the spot.
And then every time I landed,
That was sick.
That's like what you say after you have like an awesome grilled cheese and tomato soup. Oh, it hits the spot.
Yeah.
You were just talking about a nice, however long plane ride home. That was awesome, Andy. Electric start. All about the news cycle.
Yeah.
Trevor is diving deep right now.
Well, listen, I'm learning about P Diddy and Meek Mill. Look that up on your own if you want to learn.
Free time. So it's bad. It's so bad we can't even say on.
Completely different things too.
There's so many things going on right now, like the whole Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar thing too.
What? Yeah. What's going on?
Essentially, Drake and J. Cole, are saying that they're the two best rappers of all time.
No.
Well, they said they were part of the big three, right?
So on a song First Person Shooter, J. Cole has a verse where he's like talking about the big three of rap, puts him, Drake, Kendrick in it, hyping him up, all three of us, it's gamesmanship, we're having fun. And then Kendrick's like, nah, I'm the big me. It's not big three, it's big me. That's basically it. It's just rappers. They're just
beefing.
talking.
They're just beefing. They're yapping, as Trevor would say.
Look at
is all
us talking
planned.
about rappers, man.
This podcast
good.
is what an exciting.
That's
start.
why people listen to this show, because they're like, these guys know rap.
Yeah,
We're in with the culture.
yeah.
I'm like the last guy who should talk about music in general.
We're yapping.
We're the Pittsburgh Yappers.
Pittsburgh.
If we build it, they will come.
If you build it,
They will come.
All right.
All right. Well, hey, let's move on. That was electric. Let's talk about a team in the NBA who's been electric. The Houston Rockets. Yeah. That team, Şengün is out. He got wheelchaired off, and one of the funniest things you'll see, not him getting hurt, but his assistant, if you remember, he's getting wheeled off. His assistant, instead of putting a towel on his head, hucks a towel just straight at him. Just the definition of what the assistant isn't supposed to do. But since that moment, Houston's been red hot, and just like that, guys, they're a game back of the Golden State Warriors. Jalen Green, the emergence of Jalen Green, who we've talked about for a couple years. Is he going to be anything? Well, guess what? When Houston's really needed him the most, he has stepped up.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Şengün goes down, and then Jalen Green starts playing bonkers. So it's like, wait, what is the Houston Rockets going to do? Like, do they build around Jalen Green? Do they build around Şengün? What is the possible direction that this team can go? And, I don't really have an answer for them because it's like they were better when they were going around Şengün, but it's like they still weren't good. Yeah. And now they're, on an 8-game win streak, which, like, if they get in the play-in, Rockets fans are going to go nuts because that will be like ending the Warriors dynasty. And those battles that the Rockets and the Warriors had in playoffs like several years ago, Rocket fans have been just looking for their opportunity to destroy the Warriors.
It does feel like it would be kind of that final nail in this decrepit, gross coffin that is the Golden State Warriors, where there's still just like a single hand hanging out. But if Houston is able to somehow get to the point where they knock Golden State out, it changes the landscape of the NBA for a few teams, including Golden State, which is a lot of fun. But they have to get there. They've won 8 straight, but it's hard to win 10 straight. It's hard to win 12 straight. Trev, can this Houston team actually do it, or do you see them kind of falling off here at the end of the year?
It's tough because Jalen Green's balling, but we haven't seen the consistency. That's been the thing with him is he shows flashes of, oh my gosh, this guy's amazing. And he's so athletic. He scores at all levels, and he's dunking on guys all the time. But can he be consistent? That's the question. That's what separates these guys who are like, 6-man level players and then the stars, especially when they're young at the age Jalen Green's at. I do think that schedule is important when we're considering both these teams. They play each other once, and that's on April 4th. So that's really important for if Houston really wants to get above Golden State. That's a game they have to have circled, and a game that, quite honestly, I mean, the Warriors show up when they need to. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't expect Houston to win that, but who knows what happens. Yeah, I don't necessarily know if I have an answer for you, Scott.
Well, what's interesting here, let me paint a picture as well. I would say they have about 4 shoo-in games, right? Those are teams that are out of the playoff picture that you should win. Yeah. And that's going to be against the Jazz and the Trailblazers. They play the Trailblazers tonight, Trailblazers twice. From there, though, it's actually a pretty daunting schedule for the Houston Rockets. They play the Mavericks twice. They play the Thunder in their next game. They've got Minnesota, and they end the season with the LA Clippers. So
if we're comparing the two schedules, the Warriors definitely have the easier one.
Yeah.
They have 5 shoo-in games, and then they play middle teams, the Lakers. They play, Dallas.
It's impressive to see where they almost remind you of what OKC did last year. OKC did make the play-in, but kind of fell off. Kind of similar vibes. This young team with a really good head coach with some building blocks. That's not to say they're going to turn into what the Thunder are now, but you can kind of build off of that. And if they are able to get into the plan, that's just one more thing for their young players like Şengün, like Jalen Green, where, hey, we have some actual guys that we can build this franchise around.
The Rockets are just tough. I'm just watching them play. They've never been an easy out, this year. They play everyone tough. They absolutely dominate the Sacramento Kings. It's ridiculous. And so it's like, I'm interested to kind of see how they take this season and build on it. Next year, are we going to see them be a team that's, maybe kind of fighting for that 7-8 seed and, continuing to build on their progression of players? Because, they got really nice players with Jabari Smith Jr., Amen Thompson, Şengün, Jalen Green. They have the youth to build with. But I'm also at the same time, do we see them maybe even look to trade some of these players because you can't pay everyone,
No.
right? And those guys, from what they've played so far, maybe not Amen Thompson yet. We haven't seen that yet, but like they all deserve, potentially the max contract that they can get.
Well, this offseason, they threw stupid money around at Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks. It's like,
Wichita State legend, Fred VanVleet.
yeah, listen, man, I know you like him, but Houston, to me, I don't love. I like the youth pieces that they have, but I don't really like the roster construction right now. I think that if we're looking at teams that are rebuilding really well, OKC and Utah are the two that I would look to.
Sure. Yeah, Utah is interesting. They've got some. I mean, we've talked about Markkanen a lot on this show. The Thunder are the perfect example, because even Utah, I look at them, they've got some really solid young pieces, but they're still not there.
They have the same amount of first round picks as the Thunder,
and that's where it's
And
super
Utah was
promising.
kind of like in that play-in fight for like a decent amount of the season, and then they decided to trade some players away. That kind of took them out of it. At
but
the
that will
deadline.
be better for them down the road.
Agreed.
Teams that are kind of going down the road, Sacramento Kings, very quickly, but also importantly, we should talk about Sabonis, who leads the NBA in double-doubles, I believe in triple-doubles, and what is it, Christian? He's had 54 straight games where he's had a double-double.
53 straight games. Tonight, they play the Sixers, so let's just chalk it up to 54. Straight double-doubles, which is just an insane stat that we're starting to see some media members pay attention and be like, wait, this is kind of impressive. And I think what's impressive about this is Sabonis, since January 1st, has led the league in rebounds and assists. And there's nights where he's getting a double-double and he doesn't have double digits in rebounds. It's
Assists.
points and assists, which is just incredible to see from a center position. I mean, granted, it is the system he plays in, but you can't imagine a better system for Sabonis and the way it's working.
I'm a Kings fan, but also I don't think that this is a biased statement. I think that Sabonis maybe is the most underrated star in the NBA.
Yeah.
As a guy who averages 20 points per game, 14 rebounds, and 8 assists, and he wasn't an all-star.
There's so many issues with that. And we've talked about it.
Yeah.
Because he gets compared to Bam. And we had a reel. And we picked Sabonis over Bam. And a lot of people are like, no, Bam clears. Bam doesn't clear. Sabonis is so much better offensively. And the defensive gap is not nearly clear enough for Bam to overcome that. It's not. It's a lot closer than I think people want to admit. Sabonis he should be, if it's based on positions, he should be a all-pro type of player, third team, second team even. It depends if it's positionless and you can put him with like 80 on the second team. Yeah. That's where he belongs, because that's the kind of player he's been all season long.
Absolutely. I just think he's one of those guys who's severely underrated. He doesn't miss games. He's played 70 this season. He's missed one game, I think, this season. So, yeah.
He's
I like
so
that, Scott.
consistent, too. I mean, like I just mentioned, he's 53 double-doubles. Like, we just talked about Jalen Green and how, like, he's good, but he's so inconsistent. This guy shows up every day. And the thing is that's really cool about Sabonis is he's one of those guys that, like, he goes out and plays hard every game. Like, he had an interview earlier this year, and he essentially said that, like, he plays every game like it's his last. And I feel like we just don't see that a ton in the NBA, where we have guys that like go out there and play their hardest. And I think that's just a tribute to how he was raised. Art Vitas, being in the NBA and having a long basketball career, I think he, did a great job of just like letting DeMontis know that, this game isn't going to be around forever. So give it your all while you can, because, once you're done, you're done.
Yeah. And people won't like it, but I think you give it, another year, 2 years, the conversations won't be an underrated all-star. The conversations will start to turn into Sabonis as a Hall of Fame type of player. Because the way he plays is how a Hall of Fame basketball plays basketball. People won't want to say it. People won't want to admit it. So the non-Kings fan on the Small Ball podcast will say it. That Sabonis is a Hall of Fame player.
By the end of his career, I believe it.
Yeah.
I really do.
So that just put that in your little nook and cranny. If you don't agree with it, you can kiss my butt. And that's just how we roll on the Small Ball podcast, baby.
We rep our boys.
We rep our boys. We have strong takes. And you know what? Our takes actually, really quick, our takes, we sometimes get roasted on social media.
Sure.
That's what we do. The takes start to get a little bit better and better over time.
It's like we know something.
We might know, like,
Small Ball is like a crock pot.
yeah.
A crock pot for takes. Yeah, we
Yes.
throw out takes, give it a year, the take is right.
That's right.
It's like Christian had his Wemby take. I want Wemby Yama.
Yeah.
And-
Over Shaq.
And it made people so mad. Nate Robinson commented
Yeah.
3 times.
3 times. Do you know if that reel came out today, I think more people would agree with Christian than disagree with Christian on that take.
True.
I would agree.
I completely agree.
Yeah. So it's just it's interesting because we all have these takes. Mine, I put Jokic on my Mount Rushmore. People weren't happy. He's about to win his 3rd MVP.
Yeah.
So it's a little scary. It's scary for the haters.
Scary for the haters.
We tell people what they don't want to hear.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
It's good stuff.
There's
guys.
gold in small market teams.
Trevor, you give one now. You give one.
Yeah.
Saying that Alperen Sengun could be the next, comparable to Pau Gasol.
You did.
Said that after one season.
You did. You said that
You did.
early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were both like,
Even us, we were haters of you.
I know.
And guess what? We see the light.
Another one. You want me to give another one?
yeah, give me
Yeah.
another one.
Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes.
Yeah. Bang.
Bang.
Bang. You're right.
Thank you.
Toronto. This people of Toronto are with you on that as well.
Yeah, they are.
Andy, you had your hand raised.
Yeah, when will the people listen about dating all the starting 5 of the Cavs players? Like, when's that gonna come true?
That's true. That was such a hot take. It didn't even make it into the reel.
Yeah.
But it was a good take.
Yeah, man.
Good guys. Max Strus, come on down.
Jarrett Allen, man.
Come on down. Devin Mobley. Come on down. Oh, this is a perfect time for a nice little transition into a segment. Christian, you created. Why don't you explain while I get on my
Hold
outfit?
your mic.
Yeah, so we're gonna try this new segment here. We're gonna call it Play On or Time Out. So Scott's gonna read a ton of different things going around the NBA, and we'll either say play on, as in we don't want to continue talking about it, or we're gonna say time out, and we're gonna take a couple seconds and we're gonna talk about the update that Scott has given us. So now, for all of our listeners out there who can't see the visual, Scott is wearing a referee shirt right now.
That's my whistle.
Oh, it's a good whistle.
Is that kind of nice?
That was awesome.
It was so good. The dog came into the room. No, who's a bad boy? Right. All right. Let's get into it. So this segment. Oh, let's get into it. My microphone was off. Going through a costume change.
Yep.
Forgot to turn it back on.
Andy's on top of those things.
Andy, way to be locked in. Andy's been so locked in. The podcast is uploaded a week late on Spotify.
That was my bad. But I have been keeping notes, so expect chapters on this one.
Oh.
Yep.
He's trying to make up for it.
That's
Andy,
amazing.
Yep.
Hey, way to be locked in. And you know what? In your defense, Spotify threw you curveballs.
They did.
Yeah, it has.
Also,
did.
if you're listening, go follow Andy on Instagram. He posted a really nice post the other day. Super cute.
Oh yeah, I went on a bike
Nice.
ride. It was.
That's
nice.
a nice shout
What's
out for
his
Andy.
handle?
Hey, give me your handle. Follow Andy.
Not Andres, not with a 0 underscore in between not and Andres.
No one's gonna get that. No one.
0 followers.
0.
A 0% chance
Yeah.
there is anyone who listened understood on the first try, and then went back to listen again. There's a 0% chance.
No. Yeah, man.
If you find me, your gift is being able to follow me. So
If Andy builds it, they will come. It's perfect. All right, let's get into it. Guys, are we playing on or calling a timeout? The Denver Nuggets, the number 1 seed in the Western Conference.
Play on.
Let's play on. All right. Okay, how about this? The Pelicans are half a game back of the 4th seed. Do they have enough to climb into home court advantage for that first round series?
Timeout.
You called it. You called it. Let's hear it, Christian.
The Pelicans have been playing really good right now. You know, we've talked about this a couple weeks about Zion playing point Zion, but it's just really interesting right now because Brandon Ingram's going to be out for like a couple of weeks. I can't remember the injury. It's like a bruised leg or something. So he'll be reevaluated in 2 weeks. This was like a report from last week. So it's going to be interesting to see can CJ McCollum step up and be that distributor scorer that, you know, they're going to miss with BI out. So to me, I'm like, they could potentially catch the Clippers because the Clippers have been kind of wishy-washy the past few weeks. But it would be really interesting how we're going to see the Clippers versus the Pelicans in the first round regardless. That's going to be a very interesting matchup.
I got nothing to add.
Trevor says, play on. We return to time, and let's talk about the Phoenix Suns, currently 6th in the West. Do they have enough to stay out of the play-in with the Kings and Mavs only half a game back? Guys, are we calling timeout or play on?
Play on.
Wow, okay. Trevor doesn't want to talk about anything.
I have things I want to talk about.
I'm going to call a quick timeout again.
Okay.
Oh, okay, time.
This guy, he's going to run out of timeouts.
Yeah, he's going to run
How many
out.
do you get?
Just in the
3?
first half.
I just wanted to mention that the Kings and the Mavs are right behind the Suns with half a game, and the Kings and Mavs play twice this week.
Ooh.
They play, I believe it's Wednesday, and then they play on Friday as well.
Friday.
So it's just going to be really interesting to see, you know, if the Kings win one game, they win the series between the Mavs, and they have the potential to sweep the Mavs.
Sweepo mode.
Yeah, and it's like the Kings are the most unpredictable team in the NBA.
They are.
I was telling Scott earlier today, they're 1-4 teams to lose to the Hornets, Pistons, and the Wizards. But yet they're 7-3 against the Nuggets, Wolves, and Thunder. So we lose to bad teams, but we beat the good teams.
Yeah.
So are the Mavs good or bad? I guess we'll find out this week.
Oh,
I'm excited.
that's interesting. Let's play on. Jumping to the East. The Bucks are 2nd in the East. Play on.
Play on, baby. Play on. Go Bucks. Small market legends.
Okay, let me have a curveball here. The 76ers. Interesting enough, are they going to fall to the play-in? And without Embiid, can you see this 76ers team fall out of the playoffs?
Oh,
if they lose in the play-in.
gosh.
Trevor?
Am I calling timeout or am I playing on?
Yeah.
Was that a ref? That's a referee media timeout. I think we have to pause.
That was a referee media timeout. You guys can comment if you think
If they do not have Joel Embiid, they absolutely could find themselves on their way out.
yeah, they're eighth. They're 8th in the East right now.
Absolutely. They're not going to fall out of the play-in, but
No,
once
no,
they
no.
make it to the play-in,
That's what I'm saying.
if Joel doesn't force himself to come back, then 100% they could lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like it all depends on what Joel's timeline is. Like, is he planning on coming back? Because I know when he first got injured, they were like, oh, yeah, he can come back in, like, April. But it's like they're sitting at 8 seed tied with the Heat. Like, do they want him to come back? I mean, they're only a half a game behind the Pacers in the 6th seed. So,
yeah.
like, I don't know. I guess it all depends on what their record is.
Where they
And-
land.
Yeah, because if they're in the play-in, honestly, they
Let 'em-
still have a shot, but it's like you're playing the Celtics or the Bucks in the first round. Like, do you really want to do that?
Good night, bozos. Night night.
Good timeout.
Good timeout. Good media timeout.
Yeah.
Okay. Orlando Magic are going to win their first round playoff series.
Wow, Scott. Are you saying that's going to happen, or are you?
Yeah. Currently, they'd be slated with the New York Knicks.
Timeout.
Oh.
My first time out.
Your first time out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think they absolutely can win that matchup.
Yep.
I think the Orlando Magic can do that.
But will they do that?
Will they? I'm glad you asked, Scott. Yes, I do.
Yes.
I am not high on the Knicks. I get it. Jalen Brunson is amazing. He has proven time and time again that he is a star. But the team around him, I just don't believe it. I know that they have pieces that you like, Christian. I know you love Josh Hart. I know you kind of like Randall. I know you kind of like OG when he's valued correctly. But my goodness, the Magic have so many guys. Paolo, Franz, Mo Bamba. Just kidding. He's not even listening. I wanted to get a reaction.
No, he's so locked in.
They have a ton of guards.
Technology is ruining life.
Yeah. Hang up and hang out.
I'm looking up something.
Cole Anthony, Mr. Suggs, Anthony Black, Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, keep naming them.
Jonathan Isaac,
If you build
Wendell
it,
Carter.
They will come.
They just have a lot of pieces. And their defensive team that, both teams are defensive. But, yeah, I think that they can do that. And I'm going to say yes.
I like that.
That was a long-winded, garbage explanation answer, but I'm giving it to you, Scott.
You gave it to me, and I took it.
So what I was
it.
looking up is I wanted to see the series score between the Magic and the Knicks.
Yeah.
And the Magics have won 3 out of the 4 matchups.
You know what? You know what I say to that?
What do you say?
Abracadabra.
Expelliarmus. Reparo?
Yeah. That's an actual spell in the Harry Potter world.
What does it do?
It repairs stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Everyone talks about J.K. Rowling being this genius, and for a spell to be named Reparo, that's the best we could do.
She's Spanish speaking.
Oh.
Levanto Leviosa.
That's got to be Latin.
Levitate.
That's got to be Latin.
It's got to be Latin.
All of her spells are just Latin or Spanish.
All right, well, trying to think if we want to call time on anything else. March Madness, slightly underwhelming this year.
Play on.
Play on.
Yeah, this isn't a college pod.
No. But I love college ball.
I got one.
Talk to us.
You guys can call timeout if you want.
Okay.
Jalen Green, allegedly, we're big allegedly over here.
Allegedly.
Was offered with first-round draft picks to the Brooklyn Nets for Mikal Bridges. Shams reported that today.
I need to take time.
All right, Scott, let's hear it.
The Brooklyn Nets are a lost and sad, putrid organization. Ever since they became the Brooklyn Nets, they got KG and they got Paul Pierce. They failed with that. They failed with Kevin Durant, Kyrie, James Harden. So they decide Mikal Bridges is going to be our building block. Your building block is a number 3, number 4 option in the NBA. Jalen Green has potential to be a number 1 option. The Brooklyn Nets, they're a joke. If that trade is real and they rejected it, I don't even want to think about that organization. It's a laughingstock of New York. It's a laughingstock of the East Coast. Small ball does not claim them if that is real.
Wow.
Yeah.
Andy.
I love when Scott goes on these monologue rants. Like it fuels me like no other.
Yes.
Like when he just goes on and just goes on a tear on a team, nothing better.
It feels good. It's like you're on your flight home from college. That's how good it feels. It does feel really good to go on this.
No, Scott, I agree with you, man. I feel like, if they would have made that trade, this would have given us a sense of direction of where the Nets are going. Kind of a rebuild phase. Jalen Green's awesome guy to like start a rebuild with. He's young talent. And plus, Mikal Bridges is getting that OG Anunoby treatment right now, where he's like, he's good, but he's not that good. I mean, like you said, he's a third to fourth option at best in the NBA. Let's rate him the way he is rated.
Yeah. Great defender, good offensively, but he's great offensively means you can take the ball at any point and take over the game. He can't do that.
Okay. I hear what you guys are saying. I feel like as a GM, you have to have a spine. And you just traded Kevin Durant for this guy.
Sure.
Right? And Cam Johnson.
Dog.
And you can't turn around in 12 months later, flip him for an unproven young player and some picks. To me, you have to hold on to him a little bit longer to see what he is. That's my take.
That's interesting coming from someone who's so like big on like OKC and Utah. Like you just got a ton of picks from the Suns. Go get a ton, get all your picks back from Houston. Again, this is the Nets picks that they were getting back. So then you can fully embrace the tank mode and build a team properly through the draft.
Right. And we don't know, though, if they were getting their picks back or if it was Houston's picks or if it was one pick in a pick swap or,
Sure.
I'm guessing they're not throwing their best picks with Jalen Green. But, yeah, we can only speculate.
It's a fair point. You don't want to flip, but also as a GM, you've got to be a dog.
Yeah, you have to.
Like you have to take it. But it's also a talent evaluation. So if they didn't think Jalen Green would be the guy to build their team around, then you don't do it. But It's now obviously we can see what Mikal Bridges is as the number one player, and he's just not that he's just not it.
I feel like their window's closing to get any sort of real value for Mikal because they've been offered crazy stuff from what we've heard. Memphis offering like 3 or 4 first rounders, and they're still saying no. So it's like, what do you expect to get for Mikal Bridges?
It's interesting. That's a great timeout segment.
Yeah, good job.
Good job. Great job, Christian.
That's fun.
That was fun. That was really nice. And I get to wear this out for the rest of the show.
It's
sick. Final segment. She's been waiting in the green room for a while. Oh, Trev, you're getting up. Okay. We have a special guest. Banana.
Is she coming?
Na. Oh, I don't have a rose. Oh gosh, I don't have a rose. Banana. We've got Nicole Miller on the show.
Whoa, Nicole
guys.
Miller.
Thanks
Welcome to the
for
show.
having
What's your relation to the pod?
Long-time listener, long-time fan, dating this guy. Is
Oh,
that my relation?
there's
to the pod?
romance on the show.
Yeah.
On Small Ball.
This basketball podcast has turned into a love podcast.
This is the love, and
It's the Bachelor podcast.
it's the Bachelor podcast. And at this point, only one of us who's in a relationship has yet to have their girlfriend on the show.
I've never met his girlfriend.
Actually, that's important to talk about here on the show.
She's not real.
Christian has not, and maybe that's a topic for debate. Trev,
Yeah.
time out or move on.
I just want to throw this out. I've been in a group chat with her, allegedly. She never commented.
She never commented.
It was fake number.
What group chat was that?
The game night group chat.
Oh.
There's been 2 game nights where she's missed because she's been studying or picking out a dress. To me,
It's interesting.
it's interesting.
Yeah, man. She likes to keep the things suspenseful. She likes to keep you on your toes.
Just like the show.
Is that what you love about your relationship?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things, actually.
She keeps you on your toes.
She keeps me on my toes.
Your tiddly toes. That's what Joey said about Maria. Fun fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen.
Good point.
Is she your Maria?
She's my Maria.
Ooh, hello.
They actually probably couldn't be more different, those two.
There you go. Now you know a little bit about his girlfriend.
Still never seen her.
All right.
Oh, wait. I have a question for you. What contestant is your girlfriend most like?
Ooh, as someone who's seen one episode, I don't know if I have enough to say that.
Never mind.
All right. Bachelor finale is tonight. So if you're listening, there's already been a winner, but if you haven't seen the episode, you can listen to this and then go watch the episode
Yep.
because this will really help you out to know who's going to win tonight.
This is the prequel.
This is the prequel. Yeah, it's very important. Nicole, Kelsey, Daisy, Joey, one shot at love. Who's winning tonight?
You're asking me who's winning?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did have it spoiled for me, I think. So I will give my pre-spoiler thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Daisy's a sweetheart. I think that they have a great connection. Kelsey was the dark horse, if you will. I don't think anyone. There's one girl in our.
She's voodoo chick.
She's voodoo chick. I think I kind of wrote her off night one. I had her going home like night 1 or 2, and she has come and surprised me. So, love them both. That's my take. I don't know. It's really 50-50. I love them both.
It truly is a coin flip.
Yeah.
Who do you want to win?
Nice.
I think I want Daisy to win because she just seems like a sweetheart. But either one of them would be great bachelorettes too. But I just think Daisy's just like such a sweet human. I think she brings out a gentle side of him. That's my hot take.
Can I confess something?
Yeah.
After the first episode, I went to Google. And I said, give me the Bachelor spoilers.
What?
So I've known the pathway this whole time. I've known who's there, who's not. I've thrown out crazy takes here that I knew weren't true. So if you whisper to me real quick who you learned, I could confirm
Yeah.
or deny.
And
Wait,
and you guys can whisper with the into the mics because
We won't hear it.
yeah we
and
won't
this will
hear
be
it.
posted by tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So
Okay, you're gonna hear this, just so you know. Yeah.
Andy doesn't want to listen.
okay. Wait, how are we doing this?
Okay.
Talking to the mic. Someone talking to the mic.
Okay.
Would you like me to tell you?
I don't
if you're
know.
right or wrong? Do you want to know?
Is Nicole's actually no? Let her be suspenseful about her own spoilers that she thinks she saw.
Okay, then I'm not going to tell you.
I love that.
Here, but I'm going to whisper into the microphone so people know.
Okay.
You didn't hear what she said.
It is not Kelsey A. Daisy wins.
Hey!
We've got our segment right back. This is electric, by the way.
You know, this is the worst case scenario for me, all right? Is
Bang.
Joey picks Kelsey A, which honestly, I like Kelsey A.
I do too.
But then Daisy becomes the bachelorette because I've been wanting Maria to be the bachelorette this whole time.
Yeah.
And if Daisy loses, I don't see how ABC doesn't pick Daisy.
No,
as the
we're
bachelorette.
toast. We're absolutely toast if Daisy loses tonight.
And I know you guys didn't watch the Women Tell All, but I did.
I did as well.
Andy did. Nicole did. Maria was campaigning. She was like correcting all of her wrongs. She made up with all the girls that were giving her bad juju on the show. They right all the wrongs, and she's like, everything that she said, the crowd was eating up. They were going nuts for her.
Like they were Kobayashi at a hot dog contest.
Yeah, more like Joey Chestnut.
Oh, that's the king.
Yeah, we're talking about goats here.
Yeah, we are.
So if Daisy loses and Maria's not the bachelorette, I just can't do it anymore. I don't know if I would watch Daisy's season.
You're gonna hang it up.
Yeah, I think Daisy would just be too boring of a bachelorette. She doesn't keep people on their toes like Maria does.
Okay, but can I speak to the other side of things? Some
Sure.
people said that in the first 20 minutes, Maria was a bit too much in the final. What's it called? Woman Tell All, because she was like a little bit,
She was aggressive.
She was
I like
aggressive.
that.
And so some people were like, whoa. And then the maturity came later in the episode. So it was interesting. I don't think I'd want Maria as the bachelorette. I think I'd want
What?
like Jen. Jen's a
Oh.
mature queen, or Daisy.
Yeah, but the thing is like,
I like
what
that.
makes good television?
Bang.
Facts. Bang.
Like Jen, I don't think as the Bachelorette would be super exciting.
What needle does she move?
Because Maria, the thing is with Maria is she will go one way and then completely the next episode go the complete other direction. Like when she went to Joey and she's like, I don't think I could be here anymore. Like the fact that, you know, you are dating other girls, like I just can't do it. And Joey's like, what the heck? Like we just had like the best date ever. And now you're like wanting to go home.
Yeah, I like
that's
that.
Maria.
Yeah. And now she'll be the power player with like 20 dudes in the house.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would be a good season.
That's
I can't
awesome.
deny it.
And imagine her telling off some immature dude.
Ooh.
I've actually never watched The Bachelorette, so I won't watch regardless.
Some of it's pretty juicy.
If it's Maria, that could be fire. That could be a fire season to watch.
Maybe Trevor would come.
Of all people, you saying that, Trev, is electric.
Nice.
All right, Nicole, any other thoughts on the season? Anything that the listeners of Small Ball should take away from the show that is The Bachelor?
Yeah. Joey was a great bachelor, great listener, great man, which begs to differ, or your argument that I think Daisy would be good because Joey was good and he was just a wholesome, good
Just
guy.
get some chaotic guys in The Bachelor.
Ooh, some Marias, but in the male
Yes.
version. Yeah. But that's what I gotta say.
I got a question for you, Nicole.
Nice.
Quick one. You asked if I had to compare Katie to a contestant. If you had to compare Scott to one of the women on The Bachelor,
Ooh, that's good.
which one is he?
That's hard because it's like, okay, a lot of the,
Please be someone hot.
yo, who do you want it to be?
No,
It's not my want.
Maybe Jen, because she came up in her little car and just has some
yeah,
spunk to
go-kart.
her.
No, Scott is totally Leia.
Oh my god!
Scott is totally
nice at
Leia.
first, but then flips
Nice
the
at
switch and
first,
just
will
bullies.
burn the steal a date car, but then cause so much chaos.
I would cause a lot of chaos. I'm the king of chaos.
You are.
Yeah,
All right, so I'm Jen and Leia,
a mixture of the two.
Jaya, if you will.
Jaya Ayers.
I'm Jaya Ayers.
What a pretty name. It's a hard question though.
Great question. Anything else we need to add about The Bachelor? Nicole, anything else?
No, thanks for having me, guys. This is my podcast debut. I've
Okay,
never been on one.
actually, quick basketball question. Do you know who this is?
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that's right.
You also know who Pat Tillman is.
I do. I heard that story was shared. It was shared wrongly. I don't even remember how it was shared because it's been months. I do know who Pat Tillman is. And I know who Jackie Robinson is.
Yes, you do. Nail the last name, as you do. Both 42. Man, it's good to have you on the show.
Good to be here.
We'll play Spin the Bottle later. For the great producer Andy, Trevor Maitland, Christian Dennis, and our lovely guest, Nicole Miller, I'm Scott Ayers. We say so long for now, and we will see you next week.
Reparo.